Gemini, for the month of March, I thought it would be fun to use the borderless Morgan Greer deck. I will be drawing 3 cards for the head, 3 cards for the heart, and 3 cards for the mundane. The shadow card will reveal the most important aspect, being either the practical matters, the head, or heart-related matters. Alright, so show me the cards for Geminis for the month of March. Alright, I'm going to start with the heart. I'm going to move on to the mind. And the practical matters. And the shadow card is the King of Rods. Okay. My first instinct is that the King of Rods here, although there are no other wands in your spread, there are no other kings to relate it to. There's not a lot of orange and yellow, although I am seeing red. I am feeling like it's more the day-to-day activities as being the most important, like tending to the practical matters of life, the things that you have to do, your responsibilities, just the day in, day out sort of things. And you're getting a lot done with the King of Rods. He's very proactive. I see you as being very proactive. You actually do, this represents Aries, and Aries rules the head, which has to do with important mindset this month, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and start with the mind, because I do feel like I'm really being drawn to this death card over here. So I see this as like shedding layers, shedding skin, a transformation of the old. It's changing your mind, but not about anything superficial. This is like big picture things. And I also feel like it's very esoteric. This is like you're really thinking about deep matters, the subconscious, hidden things. You have this ability to sort of tap in and access that in your mindset. Feels very deep, okay? And you're able to, since you have the Reaper here, the Reaper harvests. He cuts away old stuff, old ideas, old thought patterns. This feels like a very important month of change for you when it comes to like changing old thought patterns, old habits. I feel like it's ripe with potential to plant new seeds here. You're also thinking about your craft. You're thinking about work and your skill set, okay? And I see this person, he's sort of in the dark. Here is a like shadowy person, which feels to me again as like the subconscious mind, and he's chiseling away at this I don't know, whatever it is, wood, cement, whatever material he has here, engraving something. Engrave, in the grave, I don't know, that was just a funny play on words, but it's something that's very deep, transcending the mind to really get to the depths of the matter. You're very psychic this month with the Page of Cups. You're seeing those signs and omens. You're sensing things through your mind, the 5 senses. And you're seeing like beyond the veil. You're seeing beyond the superficial. You can really get to like the root of the matter this month. You can see into people. You can see beyond situations. You can see the writing on the wall. Perfect. All right, so I want to jump down to the practical matters because I feel like that's where you're going to be dwelling. You have the Empress, which is about comfort, feeling empowered. And since this is like the physical realm, I see this as being your home, your friends, your mother, things like that, being a mother. Okay? Now, whether you actually have kids or not, that will vary from person to person, but you are nurturing, you're mothering things. You're paying attention to the needs and details of your environment. Okay. The Empress also has a little bit of luxury and a little bit of laziness about her, which I see is very different from this King of Rods energy. But I do also see this Seven of Cups. There are 7 here, 7 days in the week. It's like full on day to day. I also see it as being that sort of psychic impressions that you're getting on a day-to-day basis. And I'm also seeing like you have a lot of choices to make in your environment because, again, you're just very busy. You know, you're trying to sort of go back and forth between 2 things. It's like a constant movement this month with the 2 of Pentacles and the King of Rods, who's also very active and proactive, okay? So you're really taking care of your environment. You're really taking care of your loved ones. And I see that there is some sort of aspect of like the arts, music, photography, cinema, all of that, you know, that has to do with like fantasy and artistic expression. You're incorporating that very well into your practical day-to-day matters. I feel like this is a very balanced reading. Even though you have this very intense mindset this month, you're definitely conquering and making some extreme changes in the way that you are, you know, accessing your psychic powers, your insights, feeling security, feeling secure, being on top of things. I feel like you're very empowered this month, Gemini. So now moving on to the heart-related matters. There is a period of healing and rest that I see with this card, okay? You have the Knight of Cups, which is like the romantic lover. This is a very Piscean energy. It's very dreamy. It's very, you know, fantasy-based. It's very romantic, I guess. He is very romantic. I feel like some of you are healing from a soulmate relationship. If you are not currently in one, I see healing soulmate person, okay? This knight in shining armor, whatever, in the center of this card, I definitely get the dream aspect here, and this guy is a little bit dreamy. And this is definitely like you have, you know, a soul connection with this person, okay? So not all soulmate relationships, you know, end up hurting us in some way, although some do, and to varying degrees. Some are just kind of sucky. Some are very sucky. So, you know, and some of them have success, but ultimately there is a purpose here. Okay. And I also see this as like being this person, the Knight of Cups. Your lover is the King of Rods. He's, you know, this passionate would-be lover here. Some of you are healing from that. They may no longer be in your life at this point. Now, if you are in a relationship, I do see that there is a sense of idealizing idealizing your partner. Again, this partner is like a soulmate person. If you're in a long-term relationship, you could be feeling like they're not paying enough attention to you. So these are the different scenarios that I'm seeing play out for the month of March for you, Gemini. All in all, it looks very balanced and very evenly distributed when it comes to like intense mindset, you know, healing the heart, being open and receiving and giving love with a person that you care so much about or have cared so much about. And I see you just being, you know, on top of your domain here. I see you being in control and very empowered on a day-to-day basis and tapping into that, you know, psychological, psychic aspect of yourself, Gemini. All right, so thank you so much for watching and for subscribing to my channel. If you have any questions or additional insights, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below, as I do welcome your input. I'll see you in the upcoming videos, Gemini.